All right, welcome back. So lesson 2, part 3. All right, a little review here. I have 1/2 of 1/4, so I know the of means to multiply. And then I have the 1/2 here. And then I can take 1/4 of a 1/2. So that would look like this. So I have, this is my 1/4 of the 1/2, and that would be 1, and then the total number is 8. And I can double check this by multiplying, and it's 1/8. Okay, so I have 3/10 here, and that is shown right here. So there's the rows of 3/10. All right, now I am going to show the 7/10 down this way. Now they're rows of 10, and there's 7 of them. The total amount is 100, right? But my area here, the 7 times 3 is 21, right? The 7 times 3 is 21. It's the overlapping part that shows what the answer is. So if you need to make it visual, if you can draw it out, you'll never forget it. So that's 21. And if I double check, 7 times 3 is 21, 10 times 10 is 100. So this is 21 hundredths. So when I'm multiplying, right, I multiply my numerators, and then I multiply my denominators, and knowing with the rule that I can just count, okay, there's 2 plus 3, I'm going to have 5 zeros in my answer. So this is going to be 6 100,000ths. Okay, so here what I've done is I've multiplied my numerators, which is 6. I've multiplied my denominators, which is 10,000. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now, how does this help me with multiplying decimals? So how can we find 3/10 and 2/1000 when we multiply them together? Well, the same thing, right? We count those decimal places. So that's 1 plus 1, 2, 3, right? And that's going to be 4, and we know we're going to have 4 decimal places. Okay, very similar to this, the 1 plus the 3, and we have the 3, 0, 0. This is going to be 3 decimal places, or 4 decimal places, 2, 3, 4. Then I can multiply my 6 and my 2 and my 3, and that's 6, and add in my zeros. So I have my 4 decimal places. All right, so I have 3/10. This is supposed to be times 5,000ths. And how do we figure out the answer to this? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to relate this to you by making fractions first. I'm just going to show you that the steps are the same. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 5,000ths, 3/10. Okay, so my first step is going to be, I'm going to multiply the fractions as though they are whole numbers. Okay, so I go 3 times 5, and that's equal to 15. My second step, okay, I'm going to add the zeros in the denominators to find the number of zeros in the denominator. So there's 1 there, and I have 3 there, and that's 4. So that I know my denominator is going to have 4 zeros. Okay, then step 3, I'm going to write the fraction with the numerator from step 1 and the denominator from step 2. So that's 15 over 10,000. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to do the same thing up top here. So I have 3/10 times 5,000. So the first thing that I do is I'm going to multiply the decimals as if they are whole numbers. So I go 3 times 5, and that's equal to 15. All right, step number 2, add the decimal places. I have 1 here, plus, and I have 3 here, so that is equal to 4. Very similar here, doesn't it? Okay, now step 3. I'm going to shift the decimal point in the whole number from step 1 according to the decimal places that we found in step 2. So I have 15, right? The decimal is here. I'm going to shift it 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where my decimal is going to go. So I know that my answer is 15,000. Thousands, right? 15 thousands. All right, so there's work for you to do on the worksheet, so make sure you get started on that right away and come back to the video if you have any questions.